All right, you guys, good morning. Time to go ahead and get into it. Thankfully, today we don't have any big news, so should be a pretty good day. I know yesterday we had that high impact news at 10 a.m. with ISM numbers coming out there, but thankfully today and tomorrow we do not have that. Until Thursday, we have jobless numbers, but let's go ahead and hop into the gap scan and see what we've got rolling this morning. I know we've got some earnings names up pretty early. We've got PLTR up over 20, which PLTR, not a whole lot of range on PLTR, but I do still want to watch it today. Over like 20.3, you've got decent range actually to about 21.5. And let me actually take a look and double check that range real quick. But that is pretty healthy range on PLTR to the upside. So I do want to be watching this. And it looks like, let me double check real quick. Over 20.3. I would say, I mean, you have a bit of an issue at 21. But you do have 21.5 overhead after that. So you've got 21 and 21.5 that I would be looking for on this today. Not a whole lot of range, but there's enough to try and get a little something going here after the bell. So we've got our 21 and our 21.5 on PLTR. Make sure you get that marked up. It's a decent amount of range. Obviously, I wish we had more range on this than we do, but 5% range is plenty on this. So we will see if we can't play this. And you've got what? 3.5% of range, target one. Then you've got the range all at 21.5 next, which gives you about 6% range. So we'll watch this out of the bell. I like PLTR. Typically trades okay. And again, that will be over 20.3 on PLTR. COHR with the gap up and actually getting a bit, well, hold on here. More buyers coming in as we look at COHR right now, or had earnings. What was it last night? They had earnings, or was it this morning? Looks like last night. Last night earnings on COHR. And not a whole lot of range on COHR. I don't think this is going to be one to play today. Once you get over 59, you've got 62 right there. Over 62, you've got 66. I don't think there's enough range to really play this. It's not clean enough to the upside, so I'm going to leave this off my watch list for the day. I don't like it enough. At least on PLTR, you've got clear range, but on COHR, you do not. You do not have clear range on COHR. XPEV with the bounce. I don't see earnings on XPEV. Just the gap up here is the, looks like China's. Yep, China's as a whole gapped up this morning. Big gap ups on all the Chinas. Li Auto up into the 30.3, broke up over 30. Let's see here. Even range to like 31.5 on Li Auto today. Which I'm a little bit iffy about because China's have been getting slammed over the past couple of weeks. We can watch it anywho. So watch Li Auto, LI over what I've got here as being 30, but I would probably just watch it over the high of 30.5. Keep it simple. You've got range to about 31.50 on it. Spotify gap up to all-time highs in pre-market, I believe. I looked at it earlier. No, it is not all-time highs. But I do still want to watch this. Let me double check to see if we have any range on it. I think I saw a little bit of range on this earlier. Let me see if I was just seeing things, and we will go from there. Let's see, we're currently at 240. I mean, it looks like you have range up into the 260s. You've got 263, and then you're up into this 270 area after that. So the question is, how would I want to watch this morning? It's not the most liquid thing here in pre-market. We're at 241 right now. I would probably just watch it on the maybe break over 243.50 out of the bell, see if it can base out of open, then we can take an entry at that point. I wouldn't want to play it over 247, but I would play it over that 243 if we do find some heavy buyers to base out of the open. And you've got decent range at that point. If you can get over 243, you've got range to about 263 and 270. So that range is definitely there. So range on spot is 263 to 270. So you've got some pretty substantial range. I mean, you figure a, what, $20 move? So I'd be keeping a pretty close eye on this. All of your China names, not really a fan of, other than we've got Liotto to watch, but everything else I'm not really a fan of. Eli Lilly, all-time highs after earnings today, which this thing's been cruising through all-time highs for a while now. And I think we played this, what was it, a month ago or a month or two ago? I do want to watch this today. I don't know how, just because the daily is so extended, but this thing just does not seem to want to stop. ADR is pretty nice on it. You figure 4.5% is pretty good. And being that it's up 5% today, I think it's got a little bit left in it, so I'd like to watch it today. Honestly, I would just want to watch it just to keep it simple. Is like 745.50. I'd want to watch it over. Depending on how we open, then we can go from there. Range on this though. You're looking at about 760 to 770. And I know high share price name, but it still looks good. It's got a lot of volatility, and I think it's one that I can make a little bit of money on today. So I'd like to watch it over 745.50 out of the bell. You've got range to 760 and 770 on LLY. So LLY over 745.50. Again, a lot of China names on the gap scan here this morning, bouncing after being beat down so hard. So it looks like we might have the scan done for open. Let me just double check a few more names, and then we'll go ahead and run through the nightly watch list. And we have a good bit of setups on that as well. I think we had like 4 on the nightly watch list last night, so it looks like we're going to go into the open with about 8 setups today, which is fine. Plenty. As long as things do follow through and meet our criteria today, that is more than enough. Okay. So it looks like that's going to be the case. So let me pull these up here and we can go ahead and run through those. Going to the nightly watch list, ORCL. We had ORCL to watch on the cup and handle breakout here on the daily today. I wanted to watch that over 116.70. Make sure you've got your charts all marked up as well. We're going to be watching the cup and handle breakout on ORCL today. We've got AXP again today, which we've done really well on AXP over the past couple of weeks. We had earnings that we banked on. What was it? I think it was last Friday, 2 Fridays ago. We did super well on this, and I'm looking forward to playing it again if it does continue to break through highs. AXP was to be watched over 206.60 today for the range up to that 210 and 212 overhead. Let's see. I might leave Amazon off the list for today. I had it on my watch list, but I'm not too sure that I like it up here. I'm not too sure that I like it up here. I didn't mind it off the flush yesterday, but with news yesterday, I didn't really have a way to play it. So I'm probably going to keep it off my list for today. I know it's on the nightly watch list, but I don't quite like it enough to continue to plan for it for today. So I'm going to leave it off my list and move on to something else. And GCT is curling higher here in pre-market. That was on the list from last night. We were watching GCT yesterday going into lunch as well. It tested criteria around 11 o'clock, but never actually broke until around 1. So I want to watch it today. Liquidity is usually an issue. I know the float here is a bit small, 38 million shares, and typically the spreads here are not very friendly. Typically volume is not your friend here either. So, how do I want to watch this today? I don't know. It would have to be over 28.15. I mean, obviously, it has to be over 28.15 over the high from the close. But aside from that, I don't know how I'd want to watch it today. I'm going to put it as like a to be determined type setup. It's going to be over 28.15, but to be determined. I'm not really too sure yet. Let's see, we've got FDMT as well. This is one of those bios. They had the trial news yesterday, and then they come out with the offering. They come out with the price target upgrades, and it's usually the same thing with all of these bios. So I want to watch this today for a possible grinder on the second day of its move. If it does find buyers after the open, after the offering was announced, it closed yesterday. If we can find buyers out of the open today after the offering was announced, it's a great sign. And I want to see if we can't catch a grinder back up to like 36 and 39 on this today. And let's see, as far as where to play it, anywhere above, honestly, anywhere above 31.8, I would be okay with, depending on how this does set up after the bell. So we'll just have to watch it today and see. Just have to watch it and see. I might even play it over 36 for the move to 39. We'll see. We'll see. No, I'll probably keep it up overview app. So FDMT overview app, GCT over 28.15, but to be determined. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 setups for the morning. We've got about 10 minutes until the bell. We have a lot of setups though. A lot of good looking setups. Let me go ahead and run through and mark all of my charts up. Get everything ready for the bell. We will be all ready to go. And of course, make sure you have done the same. And I'm hoping we have a lot of opportunity today because I know yesterday we did, and up until about 10 o'clock whenever news dropped, because we already had 3 or 4 trades before 10 o'clock hit. And we were off to a good start. That news came through and we were pretty much done. Opportunity took a back seat for sure. All right, I've got all of my setups pulled up and ready to go. I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm missing one. Let's see, what do I not have on my charts? Oh, Lee Auto. All right. I am ready for the bell. We are watching Lee Auto over 30.5. Let me get all of these posted up on the pre-market watch list. All right, we've got PLTR up ready to go. Let's get Lee Auto up ready to go. Got about 8 minutes to go. I just got to get these 4 posted up. Okay. Got everything posted for the pre-market watch list, and now we have about 5 minutes until the bell. We have a lot of setups to watch. A lot of good setups to watch. We have to sit back and stay picky, wait for them to meet our criteria, and if they do, then we'll have some good setups to play today. All right, you guys over on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and shut y'all down. Get ready for the bell, but we do have about 8 setups to be watching today. We've got about 4 minutes until the open, and I'm looking forward to another green day today. Hope to see you guys over in your free trial. Other than that, I will see you guys later today. Let you guys know how I did. Peace, guys.